Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a hot minute since I filmed a video and since I've uploaded a video. I'm sorry, I'm doing really terrible. I've been really busy with schoolwork. School's, kicking into high gear, and then work is kicking into high gear because we're getting into the shopping season, so we're really trying to push. We're working hard on getting events done and pushing stuff, so I'm sorry that I've been super slack here on YouTube, but thanks for sticking around if you have. But today's video is going to be talking about my new piercings. So I got two new piercings, which I guess kind of go together. I got my nipples pierced, spoiler alert. But I thought I would come on here and talk to you guys about the whole experience and the whole process of getting that done and letting you guys know how my experience has been. It hasn't been a long time. It's been about it's been about 3 days since I got my nipples pierced, so I can't really give you like a 1 week update because it hasn't been a week yet. It's only been about 3 or 4 days. I got my nipples pierced on Saturday. Today's Tuesday, and I went into the piercing shop. It's called Art Attack Tattoos and Piercings. They're really great. The girl in there, her name is Lee. She's the sweetest girl. I love her to death. But I haven't been in there in a really long time because I haven't needed to go in. Obviously, that like a tattoo shop is not really somewhere that you go just to like hang out. It's somewhere you go because you have a reason to go, hence either getting a tattoo or piercing. So I haven't been in there in a really long time just because, I haven't needed to go in there. I haven't gotten a new tattoo and I haven't gotten a new piercing anytime recently, so I haven't had to go in there. But I finally decided that I was going to pull the trigger and get my nipples pierced because I really wanted to get them done. And if you watched my tongue piercing video, you know that I got my tongue pierced in lieu of getting my nipples pierced. So then I decided that I was just going to pull the trigger, get my nipples pierced, and get it done with, get it over with, and go on about my life. Because again, I've thought about it for a while. I've been wanting to get my nipples pierced for a while. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. So then I finally decided that I was going to do that. If you don't know, I live in North Carolina. We just had Hurricane Florence come through, but luckily the tattoo shop was open, and me and Micah were out Saturday just running some errands. He was like, do you need to do anything? And I was like, you know what, I want to go and get my nipples pierced. So we drove over to Art Attack, and I walked in, and there's a vape shop down the road. It's literally like, here's Art Attack, here's the vape shop. Like, it's literally just like down the street, like the next building down the street. So he was like, I'm gonna go. Micah was initially gonna wait with me and just, hang out with me while I got my nipples pierced, and then we would just go to the vape shop together, and then we would just drive home. But we walked into the tattoo shop, and there were 3 other girls in front of me, all together in a group, getting piercings together. And so Micah was like, no, this is gonna take too long. While you're getting this done and waiting, I'm gonna go over to the vape shop. Just text me when you're done. I'll come back, swing back by, pick you up, and then we'll go home. I was like, cool, sounds good. So I walked in there, and the girl who does piercings, Lee, she ran up to me, she gave me a big hug. She's super sweet. She's the nicest girl ever. She's like, what are you here for? And I was like, I want to get my nipples pierced. She goes, yay! So we, set everything up. How they do it there, you just sign like waiver forms, and then you give them your ID card, they scan your ID, and then you're good to go. You don't pay until the end. But anyway, that's not pertinent information. But so I was waiting, the girls got finished, they all left. Lee, cleaned up to her little station, and I went back there to her little room piercing area, and she was like, all right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get everything ready. What you can do is you can take off your clothes, basically. Take off my shirt and my bra. So I went into the room, took off my shirt, took off my bra. I was wearing this shirt, but I washed it, so now it's clean. But I was wearing this shirt actually, and I was wearing a different bra. This is like a neon bra, but I was wearing like a black bralette. And then you're just like standing there like with your tits out and you're just like, all right. And so what she had me do was have my arms down by my side so that my boobs would be like level, I guess, not like, having one arm up and one down, because if you're a girl, and even sometimes I guess you can kind of tell if you're a guy, like if you look in the mirror and you raise one arm, like your boob moves, like because your skin stretches, your boob moves. Anyway, move, your boob moves. But so she had me stand with my arms by my side, and she marked both sides of my nipples to make like a straight line like that on both sides to make sure that they were even. And then she had me lay down. Well, she had me look at the mirror and make sure, you know, they were where I wanted it. I was like, yeah, it looks good. She was like, cool. So she had me lay down on the, you know, piercing table. I was like, okay, cool. So I laid down, and then came time to be pierced. So I will tell you that a nipple piercing is not something that I would want to get again, just because it was pretty painful. Like, so she had me lay down, she clamped my nipple, she did my right side first and then my left side, and she you know, told me, okay, I'm gonna tell you, take a deep breath in, needle goes through, deep breath out. I was like, okay, here we go. So I'm laying there, I'm staring at the ceiling, I'm like, okay, like trying to mentally prepare myself for whatever is gonna come. So I was laying there, deep breath in, needle through, deep breath out, and it was enough for me to like, oof, to like make a face, to wince basically. It was enough for me to do that. And then, because it was a very like ow 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 pain, and then it was gone. And that's what I really like about piercings, because one, they're not permanent. For a lot of piercings, if you take them out, depending on where you get them, you may have a scar at most, you know, that may be the worst thing. Or if you're like me and you have your belly button gets fucked and you have like a giant keloid that stays there forever now. But for the most part, you know, you take out a piercing and it just closes up and you have maybe a little scar, but nothing too serious. And also because it's quick. You know, tattoos, you gotta sit there like with needles jabbing in your arm for hours on end, depending on how big the tattoo is. But piercings, it's like in, out, done, and then you go home and everything's good. So that's pretty much how it was. She did the right side first, deep breath in, needle through, deep breath out, all good. You know, she moved over to the next side, clamped it, she said, you ready? I said, alright. She goes, deep breath in, push the needle through, deep breath out, all done. So by the time that she had moved on to my left side, my right side had stopped hurting. You know, because you know how like if you bang your elbow or if you bang your knee, like you get that sharp initial pain and then it kind of dulls down and then it just goes away. It was kind of like that. It was like a sharp pain, like residual pain, and then it kind of went away. Then she did the left side, and the left side hurt a lot less than my right side, and I think that's because my adrenaline at that point had like kicked in and it was like, okay. And so my body was like ready. So my left side did not hurt as bad as my right side did, but it still hurt. And really, I can't really explain the feeling other than it feels like it feels, you know, it feels like a needle going through your nipple. And it was weird because I could almost feel it like go through one side and come out the other side. Like that's really how it felt. And it was painful, but it wasn't like the worst pain I've ever felt, I don't think. Although I don't really know the worst pain I've ever felt. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But it was, I mean, it was an intense pain, but it was nothing too bad. And like I said, piercings are easy because it's in and out and then you're done. So after she pierced me, I did bleed, which is really normal, especially for like piercings like that. So she cleaned me up and told me to take a look, looked in the mirror, was like, yeah, looks good. Put my shirt back on and went and paid. It was about 70 bucks, so not too bad. And then, you know, I went outside and it had just started raining. Hurricane Florence was making its way over. So it had just started raining. I don't know why I didn't wait inside, but I didn't. I stood outside and waited. And I just hung out there for a little bit while Micah was finishing up at the vape store to come over and pick me up. So I was just standing outside waiting for him. But standing was very painful. Standing was painful in the fact that, like, I guess because gravity, and I didn't put my bra back on because my nipples were so tender. At that point, I was just afraid to like touch it, you know? So I didn't want to put a bra on because I was afraid that it was just gonna hurt. So I just put my shirt on. And then just standing there, like, I was just worried that like the breeze would blow and it would brush up against my nipple and it would hurt. So I was just very like on edge about moving. It was just, I mean, they were tender. My nipple was my nipples were tender, but then my whole, like, my boobs in general were just very like achy. And so I was just ready to like sit down and just like veg out. So we finally left, we got some food, we went home. I stuck on a sports bra because Lee suggested that sports bras are really good for nipple piercings, and like bralettes are really good. She says try to stay away from underwire bras just because sometimes they can, you know, ride up, or they can, you have to like kind of adjust them. So she doesn't want you to like move around your bra too much because that'll rub up against the piercing and irritate it. But I stuck on a sports bra, and the first night sleeping was really difficult because just like laying on my back kind of hurt because like, I don't know, it was just, any way that I tried to sleep was kind of uncomfortable, and moving was uncomfortable. Like if I wanted to turn on my side, like my boobs would move and it would rub and I'd be like ow. And then trying to move, I was just a very slow person, and when it came to like trying to sleep, I was like moving very slow, you know, very gently, and then trying to get comfortable. So the first night was a little rough in terms of sleeping, but I woke up the next morning and I took some Tylenol, or I took some ibuprofen, and I don't find that ibuprofen really helped any because I haven't really swollen that much, and I haven't really had a lot of like serious pain where I felt that I needed to take like a Tylenol or an ibuprofen. So I really just took Tylenol when I got home and then the next morning, and then I haven't taken any since then. So the next day I was not sore like in general, I was more sore to the touch. So like if I like touched my boob or if I cleaned it, then it would hurt and it would be kind of like tender and whatever. Putting on like bras and stuff even now is still a little bit difficult because I have to like have my bra and have to like hold it out like this and then gently like have it come down, because I'm just worried about, you know, bumping it or snagging it, because that would hurt a lot. So I've just been very gentle with my boob area, and so far it's been pretty good. So far everything's been really easy. I've been cleaning it with H2 Ocean spray, and then I also went out and bought non-iodized sea salt to make my own spray, basically, because I didn't want to spend like 13 bottles on a spray where I can go out and buy a $2 thing of like this big of like just sea salt, non-iodized sea salt. So that made things a lot easier. So that's what I ended up doing. I went to Walmart, got some supplies, made some of my own, so whenever I run out of the spray that I'm using now, I can just use that. But basically that's what I've been doing to clean my piercings, just spraying it. I take a little Q-tip, I spray the end of the Q-tip, I go around my little nipple area, flip the Q-tip over, spray the other side of the Q-tip, do the other side, and then I spray my boobs with the sea salt spray. Let that sit, let that air dry, and then I go about my day. So that's how I've been cleaning it. I do that. Excuse me, my voice is like not, you can tell I haven't been filming because I just sat down to start filming and now my voice is dying. I've been doing that about 2 or 3 times a day, along with like normal showers and things like that. So I haven't taken, I mean, if I take a bath, I don't like submerge my boobs under the water because I don't want to soak them, especially in bath water, because that's not very sanitary. So if I do take a bath, I make sure to have the bath water lower, because I like really like tall hot baths. Like I like to have the bathtub very full, but I've been keeping the water level low so that my boobs don't like get in the water and soak up, you know. So I've been doing that, been doing my, you know, sprays and all that stuff, but other than that, that's pretty much all I've been doing to clean my piercing. And now it is full day number 3, and I still have tenderness. I can move pretty good. Sleeping is pretty easy now. The only time where it's a little tender if I roll from my side to my back, because my boobs go from like being squished to like being flat, you know? If you're a girl, you know. But that's the only thing that really irritates me when sleeping. And then they're still tender when I touch them, so I don't touch them. Micah doesn't touch them, so that's the only thing there. But other than that, they're pretty okay. Like, they don't hurt, just in general movement. The one thing that I have noticed is if I'm driving, I kind of have to like hold the seatbelt out a little bit. Like, I have to loop my thumb. So I drive with one hand and I loop my thumb underneath the seatbelt and kind of hold it out, which is not safe, I guess, because if I get in a car wreck, then I'm gonna break my finger off. But just in general, it just hurts to have it rest on my boob, because that makes it very tender. So that's the only other thing that really irritates my piercing, is just driving to have the seatbelt. But I still wear the seatbelt. I would rather wear the seatbelt, get in a wreck, and have my boob hurt than like get in a wreck and then fly through like the front windshield, you know? So I still wear my seatbelt, but it is a little uncomfortable on the boob area, and only on my right side, because you know that's where the seatbelt comes down. But yeah, if I touch it, it's tender. If anything touches it, it's a little tender. Putting on bras is a lot easier. I still wear sports bras because it kind of keeps everything like compact and together, and it's not as like jiggly, I guess you could say. So I've been wearing a lot of sports bras. They've been helping with minimal movement in my boob area. So I think most places will tell you it takes about 6 months to a year for your nipples to fully heal. But Lee told me that most of her clients that have come in and gotten their nipples done have not had to wait that long. She said most of the people that she knows, it took them about 2 to 3 months to heal, but it really depends on the body. It depends on how you take care of it. It depends on, you know, it depends on a lot of things. But so far my experience has been really good, really easy. It hasn't been too terribly painful. I would put nipple piercings at the top of my most painful piercings that I've had. Then I would put belly button piercing. Then I would put like probably my tongue piercing, and then my tragus piercing. Like, that would be the order of, you know, body modifications from like painful to least painful. But yeah, that's basically been my experience with getting my nipples pierced. So if you have any questions, let me know. I do plan on doing like a 1-month update, and then I probably won't do one until maybe I hit like the 6-month mark, or maybe 3 months, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll see how things, you know, play out. But I think that's everything that I have to talk about in terms of my nipple piercings. Sorry I can't show them to you because I would really get demonetized. I don't even know if you can see it through my sports bra. No, you can't even see it. Like, I have this, like, you can't even see my sports bra. Hold on. Ugh, getting demonetized, but whatever. But like, I have this like little sports, you still can't see it, there we go, this like little sports bra on, but you can't even see anything. Like, you can't see my nipples really. I mean, you can see my nipples, but you can't see my nipple piercing through it, so it's not really a point in showing you that. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, go down below, subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notified of when I upload videos, because I know that I haven't been posting consecutively. I know that I have not been posting consistently, so I'm sorry about that. Again, I don't know. Maybe I'm making excuses. Maybe that's what it is. But I feel like I'm really busy. So I'm sorry that I haven't been posting as much as I should be posting, as much as I want to be posting, but I just have a lot of stuff that I've got to get done. So I'm sorry. So just bear with me. Thank you guys who have chosen to stick around through all of this. But hopefully, you know, things will slow down. Maybe they won't, but we can hope. But anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!